Good afternoon and welcome back. So I have been missing the last couple of days because we lost power on Sunday night with the storm front that has come through this side of the East Coast. And I got my power back on last night. So yay, because it has been stinking cold. I don't have a secondary heat source and the temps at night were in the teens or below. So it's been a very multi-layered Joey on Friends wearing every piece of clothing possible sort of time. Whew. And that also means I wasn't able to have anything warm to eat. So I ate the salads that I had bought from Kroger that were kind of in the fridge and ready to go. And then yesterday I was kind of saladed out. And so I had a cold can of soup, but I am so looking forward to actually having hot food today. So I have a steak that I think what I'm going to do is do half of this for lunch, and then I'm going to marinate the rest of it in strips to do like either a bowl or maybe tacos tonight. We'll see what I feel like when I get there. And then I have a couple of red potatoes, a couple of purple potatoes, some peas and carrots. I'm going to put Greek yogurt on the potatoes, A1 on the steak, and that's it. It's going to be really straightforward. So the steak I'm just going to put in the air fryer. I've got that the air fryer oven heating up now, and that's it. Cook that, cook the potatoes, and super straightforward. Welcome back for dinner. So it is super cold outside. It's like 14 degrees, and my house is a little old farmhouse, and I'm like 40 degrees. So I wanted something warm for dinner, but I don't want anything particularly heavy. And so I have this salad. Now, I was just telling you guys, if you saw my grocery haul video, this is from Kroger in their markdown section, but 80 Acre Farms, they have become one of my new favorite salad kits. Those and Simply Fresh. The blueberry walnut Simply Fresh with the mango vinaigrette. Oh, God, I could just drink that dressing. It's so good. But anyway, I don't have that tonight. So I have Zing and Zen, which is a sesame ginger dressing. And I have what's the other part of that steak, which I just put some of my homemade seasoning on there. And I thought, okay, I can add steak to the salad and do a couple of other things, but I kind of want it to be a little warmer. And I was looking on my shelf, and I have some Mediterranean risotto. Now, in there, rice, tomato, zucchini, olives, onion, garlic, and oregano. And I haven't cooked this particular brand before, but I'm going to try it in the Instant Pot. And then I have some feta, some cherry tomatoes or grape tomatoes, some snow peas, cucumber, avocado, and some lemon stuffed olives. So I'm basically going to do like a Buddha bowl with the lettuce on the bottom. What I need to do is I need to hopefully cook this risotto. There are no Instant Pot instructions, so I did a little Googling. I know what I'm kind of going to try. Don't know if it's going to work. Fingers crossed. If not, I won't be having rice and I'll make some kind of substitution. But otherwise, the only thing I need to do is I am going to actually steam the snow peas. Normally I have them raw, but again, everything else is going to be kind of cold, so I think I'm going to steam those, and then I'll cut up my few little bits and pieces. I'll cook my steak as the last thing, and then we'll put it all together. But let's try this risotto. Okay, after much fluffing around, I was going to do it pot and pot, but there's too much. So I'm going to just cook it in the Instant Pot base itself, kind of like I do when I cook rice-a-roni. So we're going to see. I am going to take a guess. I looked on the Instant Pot. And sushi rice, which is a short grain white, is listed as 11 minutes. And short grain brown is listed as 30 minutes. So I'm going to go with 15 minutes and then natural release. And we'll see if it is tender enough. And if not, I can put it back on for a little bit. I got distracted. Okay, so everything put together. It is a Buddha bowl salad on a plate kind of thing. So I have everything that I showed you there. I've cooked my steak. This is the, I thought, oh my gosh, I burnt that horribly. It's not. It is part of it has mushroom and things in there. And I noticed when I put the hot water in there that the stock turned a little bit brown. So I have, I got distracted and I left this a little bit. It's perfectly fine. But when I cook it next time, I will either do a quick release or, yeah, that's probably the best thing. Just do a quick release because the timing was okay. It's the right texture, but I let it sit too long. And it comes with the sesame ginger dressing. So I'm going to have that. And then that will be dinner tonight. I haven't tracked this fully. I was doing it as I was kind of doing other stuff. So I don't know if I'm going to have enough to have yogurt and fruit or if I'm just going to have enough to have some fruit. But there'll be something else before I go to bed. All right, so I was going to do a weekly journal check-in, but this past week kind of went blarg because of the power outage. So I didn't have power for like 4 days, and I was not coming out from under my burrito blanket. I was freezing, so I did nothing. And so we're going to go over the things that I have done, and then I'll show you my trackers, and yeah, it won't always look like that. But I am really enjoying this. Now, let me see if I can do this one-handed. Okay, so this is my book of me for this year. And, oh, hang on. They're sticking together. Okay, so part of the challenges that I'm doing, I have 52 weeks of altered cards, and they have given 2 prompts. One just came out today. So red was the first prompt and orange is the second one. And I have not started those because I was waiting on something to arrive. And then I am doing 52 weeks of mini tags or tag-alongs. And the first one, the prompt was hello. Hang on. And that I have done. So this is my first little mini tag. And these are just little bits and pieces of things that I had here. So that is how I interpreted hello for this challenge. All right, then we get into, it is hard to do this with cold fingers. We get into January. This is my micro cleaning task list, and I was doing really well on that until it got so bloody cold that I was like, So I haven't done anything on that in days. And let's see. Okay, then getting into the actual pages, I did my manifestation board, so manifest with intention. And part of that, I have a weight loss chart here, and I want to work on healing myself. And of course, my goal is always to make it back to New Zealand. Then day 2, the prompt was, what is your favorite breakfast? And avocado toast. Sunny side up eggs and pomegranates. And this was the first page that I decided to practice some freehand lettering on. So that was kind of scary, but I'm okay with it. Then I had a little coloring page. Then for day 3, the prompt was, what is your favorite park? and I chose Blowing Rock and Grandfather Mountain, and I wanted to just show some of my photos from there. I haven't been in a while, but I had those saved up. And then day 4, would you rather live in a cabin in the woods or in a villa by the ocean? And I am cabin all the way. I don't do the beach. I'm not a sand girl. Then day 5, what is your Hogwarts house? And if you know me at all, you know I am definitely Hufflepuff. And then that's it. So I didn't get any further than that. That means I have, oh my gosh, today's the 9th, and I've done up through day 5, so I have a bunch to catch up on. All right, so let's have a look at this year in pixels so far. So what these are habit trackers or different ways of tracking things. So the first thing I'm looking at is on a daily basis, did I lose, gain, or maintain? And so up until today, I have lost on, what do we got? 5 days, maintained on 2, and showed a gain on 1. And I had no bad flare days, which is actually more exciting than anything else. All right, 300 and... Whew, scared myself, patted my desk and something fell. 365 days of movement. Do you see all these no's? That's because I was burrito blanketed. I was not moving for anything. Temperatures. That would be why. Because here it's been 30s and 40s. And then we got into the 20s and 30s. And then we got into the 0 to 20s. Now, I'm also tracking 2 locations in New Zealand, Auckland and Dunedin. And Auckland is on the top, and they have stayed about 74, 73, 74, pretty much this entire time. Dunedin, which is where I'm hoping that I might move to eventually, has been about 10 to 15 degrees cooler, which is great for me in the summer. So they have been sitting more in the 50s to mid 60s range. This is going to be really cool to look at over the course of the whole year. Okay, I'm going to kind of go through these pretty quickly. Mood, I have actually been feeling really, really good. I only had a couple of meh days, and the rest of them have been great. Now, my sleep, we won't talk about that. Because the power was out, my CPAP did not function. And that meant that I had several days of like a couple of hours of sleep, and then last night was none at all. So I haven't been to bed yet. Okay, how is my autoimmune stuff doing? I want to see as much blue and green as I can on here because that's none or mild. So I'm really happy with how that's going. Same thing for my pain days, none or mild. So that is really good. Cleaning, just yes or no. And again, those 4 days, I didn't do any. Eating out, I have only eaten out once, and that was for a special event with my family. So I have eaten out once this month. Okay, and then reading, I've read most of those days. Now, the 7th and 8th, not only did I not have power, but I had no way to charge my phone. So once the battery died, that was it. I wasn't able to do anything. Mini painting, not at this time of year a lot. My hands shake, and I don't paint as much in the winter. So this will probably show more, or you'll see more from it as I go on in the year. Coloring, again, didn't get up, wasn't doing it. Book of Me, you can see I've got 4 days I didn't do anything there. My last one was on the 5th. And then, okay, and these are the ones that don't start until May. Then the last couple, so I have marked one of my tag-alongs. That's the tag I showed you. I haven't completed the ATCs yet. I'm hoping to do those this week. I started getting myself practicing some lettering, so I gave myself a week counter for that. I have not started on watercolor yet, and I have not started on the kawaii art. But that is how things have been going for this last week.